Hey everyone, nice to see you again. This is JonFly. We're going to be doing a flight in the 727 by FlyJSim. This is version 2 of the aircraft that just came out a couple days ago. And I've learned a lot today in my testing, and I decided to create a video showing what I've learned, because the first video that I did at Shared Cockpit. Really didn't know the plane too well, so kind of wanted to follow up with a video where I've learned a few things. But with that being said, I'm not an expert in this plane. I'm bound to make a lot of mistakes. I may not do things in the correct order, or you may do things in a different order, what have you. Any constructive criticism in the comments below is more than welcome. I did modify the checklist that comes with this plane to my own liking, which you can do. You just need to edit some text files that are in the airplane directory. So these vary quite a bit. They're just a procedure and flow that I'm working on for every little thing that I need to do, rather than just the highlights. So we're going to be flying a FedEx flight tonight on Pilotedge. We're going to take the FedEx 727 out. Its call sign will be FedEx 572. And we're parked here at the cargo ramp at Los Angeles International. Go ahead and start the procedure here. So we go over here to the engineer panel, and we'll turn our battery on. And we'll turn our APU on. Get that going. Under the options menu here, you can definitely control the sounds, both exterior and internal. Our APU temperature is rising. Not getting much sound though, but maybe I will when they start the gens here in just a moment. There we go. So we'll turn the internal sound back down. Just want to make sure it was working. Okay, so APU's on, the gens are on. Oops. Trip. Not sure if we need to mess with the trip or not, but come over here to the lower flight panel, the lower flight panel, and we will turn on our fuel pumps. And then we're going to turn on our galley power, get the electrical going for our kitchen. Turn on the outflow cargo heat, normal, gas per fan to on. Turn the APU the packs on. Get some air conditioning going. And we'll turn on all the bleeds. That should make our PSI start to rise. There it is. We'll set our flight altitude to 25,000. And our landing altitude will be 2,200. Go ahead and start pressurizing the cabin. We'll go ahead and turn our hydraulics on. Turn on our ground interconnect. Overhead panel, we're going to be taking off pretty soon. We'll set that to RTO. Emergency exit lights are on. Passenger sign, no smoking on. Fasten seatbelt sign on. Okay, we've got window heat now coming on. Oops. Okay, window heat. is on. Probe heat down here. Turn the pitot heat on. We'll turn our beacon on and our nav light on. And we'll set our initial altitude is going to be 5,000. So that's set here, 5,000. And our altimeter is 29085. So we'll switch all of our altimeter barometric pressure settings, 29085. We'll set the first officers to 29085. We will go down and set our FMC. Temporarily move the speed brake out of the way. FMC, position init. Reference airport KLAX. Reference airport there. Put on the route. Destination will be KLAS. Destination. Activate. Once you hear that button, make sure you press the execute button. Very important. I learned that the hard way. We'll do our performance now.
MCDU performance page.
So we'll do cost index 55, reserves of 2.
Fuel load.
We're cruising at 250. Thrust looks good, no
Takeoff
D-rate.
data.
Flaps 5.
Checklist completed.
Thrust limit.
Takeoff data.
Looks good. Departures and arrivals. We'll depart 25 left. So we'll scroll to 25 left. Again, the light, or we get the noise, so we click execute. Then the SIDs come up. I learned that from a comment on my prior video that someone made below. Loop 7, Daggett transition. I haven't updated the air rack. In the latest air rack, this would be Loop 8. Go back here to Las Vegas and we will choose ILS 01 left. It may change. Execute that. The SIDs come up. We're going to use the Kepik 3 Daggett transition. Again, execute. WAPMA transition. WAPMA transition. That looks good. Legs page. Did the loop 8 or loop 7 get selected? No, it did not. Okay. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Now that all looks good. Okay. We'll now go down and set our comms. Los Angeles clearance delivery is 12035. So we'll dial in 12035. I got a SciTech panel here that I'll use. 12035. And then ground here on the south side is 121.75. We'll get a probably get a squawk code here on the clearance. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's set Santa Monica VOR we'll be using as a reference point to stay below 3,000 feet on this particular departure. So that's on 110.8. Verify that that's set to 110.8. And it is on nav 1, so that's good. Alright. Do our heading select. So we'll rotate this knob down here. We'll leave it on 240. And yeah. I think we're ready to push back and do engine start. So we'll go to the overhead. We'll click on the ground crew call button right here. And we will set up the ghost. Looks like our ghost would be, we want to actually go to the right. It's a really nice feature showing where the plane will end up. Go ahead and start a pushback there. And while we're doing the pushback, we'll start engine 1. So we'll go up here to engine start at the top, click ground. Come down, check our N2 is rising. Right. And the N2 is not rising. Oh, we don't have enough PSI. I forgot. Packs off. Packs off. Now our N2 is rising. Yeah, I forgot that one little step. Packs off. So, big thing when you skip a step that I already have noted over here. So we're at 20%. Let's go ahead and add the fuel. And then we're going to look on the panel. It looks like that light for the pressure light's already extinguished. So we can go ahead and start number 2. Come back down here to 2. We see that rising. Okay. I'm assuming maybe the low pressure light here needs to go out before we start the next engine. So instead of the light up here, we probably need to go to the light that's right there. And I think that's true. So anyway, we'll come up here, start number 3, come down, check for N2 rising on 3 right there, up to 20%. And then we'll add fuel there. Close the guards. And let's turn our packs on. And let's close our gens here. At our field. And we turn our APU off. All right. So let's get our clearance now on Pilotedge. So we come up here to plugins, Pilotedge Connect.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Context via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo Squawk 3654.
Squawk 3654, taxi via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo, the runway 2 left, 20 left, 7274 Hotel.
And November 7274 Hotel, for the aircraft type.
Aircraft is Skyhawk 172. I'm not having some issues with my headset, so it might be a few minutes.
November 7274 Hotel, roger. Call ready for taxi.
Los Angeles clearance, FedEx 572, IFR Las Vegas. So I had to disconnect earlier.
FedEx 572 Los Angeles clearance. Archer standby, clearance on request.
All right. So once we get our clearance, then he'll give us a squawk code to put in. We'll do that, and then we'll start our taxi and see if we can get out of here.
FedEx 572, you cleared the Las Vegas airport. Loop 8 departure, dagger transition, then is filed. Climb via SIT, except maintain 5000. Expect flight level 250, 0 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 3210.
Clear to Las Vegas, Loop 8, Daggett transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 5, expect 25, after 10, 125.2, squawk 3210, FedEx 572.
FedEx 572, read back correct.
Alright, so let's put in our squawk code.
Jump ground, can I get a radio check? 74 Hotel?
32.
Cessna 74 Hotel, loud and clear.
32.
Jumpline ground, ready to taxi to the active 74 Hotel.
Just for what it's worth, I hate the use of the word to the active. That's
Cessna 74
really,
Hotel, runway 20 left at Kilo. Taxi via Alpha Hotel Charlie.
you could just say taxi. You don't even have to say to the active.
Taxi 20 left at Kilo Alpha Hotel Charlie 74 Hotel, thanks.
It's a little pet peeve. No big deal. You can say to the active if you want.
And
But it doesn't
Cessna
really make
74
sense
Hotel
because
verifies squawking 3654.
people in the pattern don't necessarily know what the active is, or people at the airport don't know what the
Squawk
active is.
3654.
The controller is just going to say what runway he wants you to go to anyway, but nitpicky, I guess. I read it somewhere else. Someone else agreed with me. At least one person agreed with me. No need to say the word to the active. All right, transponder on. Now we want to do taxi light on. And we want to set our flaps. Flaps 5. And then we want to set our trim here. So we'll click on the little green down here, which is a little quick way to set the trim. And we'll check our flight controls. Full right, full left, back, forward, rudder pedal right, rudder pedal left. Looks good. Flight controls checked. Alright, let's check the weather.
Provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress, and simultaneous approaches are in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Departing runway 24 left. 25 right. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Operate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact US Foxtrot. Los Angeles International Airport information.
Alright, so that's information Foxtrot. We'll go ahead and tune over to ground, which is on 121.75. Put our tower frequency in standby, which is 120.905. And we'll call ground and ask for permission to taxi. Los Angeles ground, FedEx 572 at the cargo ramp, taxi IFR with information Foxtrot.
FedEx 572, Los Angeles ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left via Alpha Foxtrot, FedEx 572. Alright. Start our roll over here. We're going to go up Alpha, and then we're going to turn on Foxtrot. The cargo planes really don't have much of a taxi here at Los Angeles International. So we're just going to we'll hold short here, put our parking brake on. We'll just assume we're going to get a quick roll here, so we'll turn our taxi light off, turn our strobes on, and turn our inboard landing lights on, and I'm also going to put in a course here for the Santa Monica radial, which is going to be 160. So we'll dial in the course here. As I move my SciTech panel, you will see the course number moving down here. Just going to use this as a reference point because I got to stay below 3,000 feet until I cross this radial of 160. Shouldn't be a problem because I normally don't go that fast. The other thing I want to do, yeah, we're on RTO. Okay, I think we're good to go. Two 5 left. Yeah. We'll go over to tower now. Tower on the south side again is 120.9 or 5. And we'll put in departure 125.2 because they'll hand us off to SoCal departure. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in a heading of well, let me just review one thing here. LOOP8. 251 on the heading. Okay, that's good. All right, I think we're ready to go. Ready to roll. Los Angeles Tower, FedEx 572, holding short, 25 left.
FedEx 572, Los Angeles Tower, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
25 left, cleared for takeoff, FedEx 572.
United 6300, contact Oakland Center, 133.7.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and taxi in here and take off. First time taking the 727 out on Pilotedge. I'm a little nervous.
United 6300, Oakland Center, climb maintain for level 350.
Hope I didn't forget anything. So we're going to slowly advance the throttle here. You don't want to advance this plane too fast. We'll get up to 90. I think it's 92% on takeoff, I think. We can probably go a little bit above. She's rolling true. Mechanics have done a good job on the wheel alignment today. We're at 120. And we're not getting the call outs for some reason. It's probably because I got the volume down. So we'll go ahead and pitch for 20 degrees. And we'll go gear up. And we'll fly runway heading here. He's going to have his contact departure here in just a moment. We'll engage the autopilot. And we'll go into heading mode.
FedEx 572, contact departure.
Contact departure, FedEx 572. So I think we're in heading mode now. Yes, we are. Oops. And SoCal departure, FedEx 572, 1700, climbing loop 8.
FedEx 572, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, FedEx 572. Alright, so we'll change our altitude up to 15,000. We'll stay on a 251 heading here. And we'll go ahead and put our flaps up a bit here. I gotta research the best time to put my flaps up. I'm still flying pretty slow. Vertical speed. I guess
text parking via Alpha Gay.
we'll just go down here and we'll change this to vertical speed, and we'll go vertical speed. We'll go up at 2,000. Yeah. Okay. I'm climbing at 2,000, heading 251, and finally getting some good speed. I want to take the flaps all the way up. We'll go ahead and put our gear handle into the off position. Yeah. So we're just coming out of LA here. Great looking plane. Of course, you got to do the customary flyby. Alright, so we'll get ready to do a heading change here. Maybe we'll lower the nose just a bit. And we'll go ahead and arm the altitude here. That way we stop at 15,000. He's gonna probably wait until we get up to about close. You know, he wants us to cross the Los Angeles VOR at or above 10,000. We're kind of doing a slow climb. Engines look good though. I can go a little. I can push it a little more. Not sure what the EPR should be on climb out, but we'll try to go to 2,000. See what happens here.
For 113 Bravo Alpha, San Luis Tower, enter left base runway 29, report 2 mile left base.
Altimeter's changed just slightly, so 29
FedEx 572, turn left, direct Los Angeles VOR, resume the loop departure.
Turn left, direct Los Angeles VOR, resume, and FedEx 572. So we're going to turn left, and we'll dial in the Los Angeles VOR, which is 113.6. And we'll make that the primary. Go ahead and put in a course here and see if we can line up that VOR. Yep, there we go. So heading 065 will get us there. I can either go into nav loc mode or I can just stay in heading mode. By the time we keep making the turn, that course needle will probably, we need to make some modifications, yeah. But we're making the left turn, finally getting some speed. That's good. We'll let our speed bug go up a little bit now that we're above 10,000. We're going to go to 55 on the heading now. Making that turn still. Don't ask me about the first time I tried to do the Loop 8 departure procedure out of Los Angeles. It was it was not pretty. But that's the cool thing about Pilotedge. Live and learn. Alright, so let's continue to get that great heading in. 4.9 on the heading here. Maybe 4.7. By the time we're done, maybe 4.5. Yeah, 4.8 will work. Like I say, a lot of people would just come up here to the flight director and they'd hit navloc and they could follow that course to the VOR. I think we're
Bob
good.
Alpha runway 29 clear to land.
'Cause
FedEx
kinda-
572, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
2527 FedEx 572. Los Angeles Center FedEx 572 13.6 for 15,000.
FedEx 570, Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 230.
Climb maintain 230 FedEx 572. All right, so we'll take our altimeter up here to, or our altitude select up to 23. Make sure that we're still armed, and we are. We're doing a vertical speed of 2,000. We've got our speed's a little slow. I'm not exactly sure why. Flaps are up. I mean, if I lowered it to 1,500 feet per minute, I would fly a little faster. Our ground speed, if I go over to Pilotedge, does Pilotedge report ground speed or indicated? Probably, I'm not sure. Wearing a squirrel hat, if you haven't noticed. My Twitch streamer bud, Squirrel, who I enjoy watching. He streams quite a lot of content, and from time to time he will do flight simulation, which we really love to watch him do. So thank you, Squirrel, for the hat. We're above altitude. We'll just go ahead and turn on the lights, and we'll turn off the fasten seatbelt sign so people can get up and around the cabin. And here is Los Angeles directly below us. Los Angeles International, that is. We got some traffic over that way. There's just a ton of traffic around here. Those guys are really close. They're about 2,300, 2,400 feet below me, though, so it's not a violation. They just feel close, and they're flying fast, military. All right, so let's alter our heading just a bit. We're gonna go up to Daggett here. So we're gonna dial in the Daggett VOR, which is 113.2. I'm not sure how far out we can receive Daggett. Yeah, we'll stay on this heading. Oh, we're really stalling.
4113 Bob Alpha, taxi to parking via Alpha G'day.
Bank angle, bank angle. Bank angle, bank
FedEx
angle, bank angle.
572, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
Yeah, 133.55. We're in a stall. Probably not gonna have to start over. FedEx 572.
FedEx 572, roger. Yeah,
Bank angle,
6300,
bank
contact
angle,
Open
bank-
Center 121.25.
minimum. 150. 30. 20 10.
Some really good street tacos right over there.